May adlaw na tong tanan. Did you have a hip replacement or a back surgery and you have mobility restrictions from your doctor? In today's video, I'm going to show you on how to use assistive devices or adaptive devices to make you as independent as possible with your self-care. Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm your occupational therapist, and my goal is to help you be more consistent with your therapy at home. After you have your hip replacement or back surgery, your doctor will give you mobility restrictions. And so after that surgery, you will be referred to an occupational therapist. And as occupational therapists, we will be teaching you on how to use assistive devices or adaptive devices to make your self-care as safe as possible. And I'll be showing you on how to use those assistive devices. And if you're ready, let's get started. So after you had your surgery, your doctors will give you mobility restrictions, right? For example, when you have a posterior approach hip replacement, you are advised not to cross your legs like this because that will dislocate the hip. You're okay with going this way, but not this way. All right? You're also advised not to bend over 90 degrees. All right? Because that will again open up the surgical site. All right? Let's not do that. And if you have your back surgery, you're advised not to lift heavy objects or twist or bend as well. So the hip kit is all that you need. It is more or less complete, okay? So before you get dressed or do anything else, have everything within reach, okay? Okay, so the first assistive device I'm going to show you is the sock aid. This is the sock aid. It is just made of plastic with a curvature here, and this is where you put your sock, okay? And it has a string, a long string attached to it. First thing you need to do is to put it between your legs. All right? Get your sock. The heel will be facing towards you, and then put it through the sock aid until you reach the toe part. All right? Then drop it to the floor like that, and then put your foot in. Okay? Put your foot in up to your toes as much as possible, and then pull using the strings. Just pull. And then magically you are able to put your sock in. That's how you use the sock aid. Alright, so I have put on my other sock using the sock aid. To remove your socks, you will need a dressing stick. Okay, so the dressing stick will have this hook right here and the other hook too. This hook you use to drag or to pick up something from the floor. Now this one you use to hook the garter or the end of your sock and push it away from your foot like that. Whoops, now you use the other hook to drag it towards you. Alright, so that's your dressing stick. That's how you use a dressing stick to remove your socks. But I have an alternative for this, cheaper one, and that would be a back scratcher. So the same manner, you just use the curved part and push that sock off or push it down. Now you use the other end, insert it towards your sock and push it away. Alright, and that's how you remove your socks using the back scratcher. Okay, the next assistive device I'm going to show you is the reacher or the picker upper. In your hip kit, they usually provide you with the long one. This is to pick up things far from you or when you are standing and you need to pick up things from the floor, you're not bending over 90 degrees, right? So this is the longer one. But I prefer the shorter one when you are getting dressed. That way you have more range of motion, you have more allowance to move. Now with this one, it's so difficult. This is how much you are given when you have the long one. Alright, so I prefer the longer one. See the difference? I like the shorter one when you are getting dressed, right? Now if you don't have a reacher or picker-upper, don't worry. Use kitchen tongs or tongs that you use for grilling. Okay, so this is kitchen tongs. It's almost as long as the shorter version of the reacher. If you have the longer ones, use it. Make sure that they have the rubber tips because you don't want to get cut when you're getting dressed, right? Get your pants. Put it on the floor. Grab it by the waistband. Put one foot in first. Preferably your leg that had a hip replacement. Now if you had the back surgery, it don't matter which leg you put in first. Alright? Now put the other leg in. Pull it up to your thighs until you see your feet. Adjust. And once you are ready, once your waistband is up to your thighs, slowly stand up and pull it up to your waist. Alright? And that's how you use the reacher or your kitchen tongs to put on your pants. Now you're ready to put on your shoes. All you need is a long shoehorn. Now before you get started with putting on your shoes, make sure that the shoe is loose enough or you have loosened the shoelaces. If you have a slip-on shoe, then that is easier. Alright, so you want your shoes to be in front of you. Insert your foot through. You might also need your kitchen tongs to pull the tongue out, right? And then with the shoehorn, the long shoehorn, put it towards the heel of your shoe, and your heel should slide through that curvature like a normal shoehorn and slide your foot through. Now if you need to adjust the back of your shoe, again, try to use your kitchen tongs to pull it up. Alright? Like that. And adjust. And that's how you use your shoehorn. Okay, so the last thing in that hip kit will be a long sponge. You use this when you take a shower. You can also get you a long-handled brush from your grocery store or at the health department of your grocery store, alright? So a long sponge or a long brush. Again, you're not allowed to, or you're advised not to reach over 90 degrees, right? So you use this to wash your foot, your legs. You can also use this to wash your back. So it's easier when you have that long handle when you take a shower, okay? So use that to reach those difficult to reach areas. You can also use it to wash your butt or the lower back, okay? So this is your long-handled sponge. So there you have it. Those are the assistive devices and the alternatives that you can use so that you are able to observe those restrictions, mobility restrictions given by your surgeon. Now, if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, just type it down below. And if you find this video helpful, please click on that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up too. Alright? So, let's not forget to exercise our minds and our bodies so we get stronger together. Until next time, paalam.